you know, me being the host, you know, the editor, the producer, the marketing team, every single thing, you know, I wear all these hats, you know, jack of all trades. Master of nothing.
I'm Kim Kardashian West. I'm a mother, millionaire, law student, and billionaire.
Doesn't make sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot, oh you speak French now.
Welcome to Lëbo. Now this is the show where we shine a spotlight on the culture. Anyone that you should know or already know. Now superstars, see where we are. I mean, if you're not from Benoni and if you don't frequent here, you probably won't know. But we are in Ebotsi at Tokyo Zero. You know, Tokyo Zero is one of my favorite restaurants. They have one of the greatest pizzas, you know, I've had and everything. So I will always rip Tokyo Zero. But this is, you know, it's also a special day because it is the 14th of September. Again, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So this is a special episode because, you know, it is, you know, the 14th episode and it will be, you know, dropping on the 14th of September, which is also my birthday.
Today is my B-Day, and people around here just go crazy for it. I don't know why. Oh, fun fact. I share my birthday with Eva Longoria.
So that is why, you know, we're outside, even if the wind is kind of, and it's hot.
Right now, it's probably over 100 degrees. I'm sweating my ass off right now.
I didn't think it would be hot, you know, and now I don't want to, you know, have to take off this jacket because, you know, now the green nails with the hat and it's giving aesthetic.
Black hat and the black jacket, I think is just too gorgeous.
Darling, it's style.
It is.
You know what it is.
It is.
So we're just gonna, you know, have to push through this wind, push through everything, and, you know, let's just get into it. So let's start off by getting into the statements that you guys sent me. You know, I asked for questions, but you guys sent me statements, some of you guys. And you know what? I'm not mad at it because, you know, they were cute, you know, cute little things. So let's start off by saying, one person wrote, "You're so cute." And you know what?
Yeah. You see where my dress is?
All right now.
Okay, if you want to if you want to see the rest, you got to pass the test.
Don't be tempting me. Don't be tempting me, you know. I mean, if you want to pay my bill, then, you know, go ahead. But you know what? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Another person wrote, "I love how confident you are." And this, I'm going to tie it with, you know, a question that one person wrote by saying, "How do you deal with nerves before filming?" And I must say that, you know, with regards to filming, you know, being confident while filming, that, you know, it took like a while. I feel like my first 2 episodes, I was really, really nervous, you know, really shaking, especially since, you know, like I said in my previous episode, you know, if you watched the 23 lessons for 23 years, I mentioned that, you know, now I lost my train of thought. But I do say, you know, now I lost my train of thought.
I'm so sorry. See, I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss.
But you know what I just want to say is, you know, I am confident because, you know, I worked on, you know,
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
I am confident because I, stuck with it, Like, I mean, it's still 14 episodes, so it's still new. But, like, I feel like with every episode, now you recognize, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. And I did say I'm not tech savvy. So I do know, that, some people can push with regards to, content and everything and editing. I am not the strongest there, but, I do love, talking and, being, present and all. So that is my strength, just, talking. Whether it's in front of a camera or outside, whatever, I just be yapping away. So there's that. And then the last icebreaker question, someone asked me, who am I crushing on right now? And I don't know. Hella naughty, but I don't know. I won't say I am crushing on anyone right now, but I will say, that, I once, had like a thing for like this trio of, of gins. I had a thing for, Tabang Mulara, Karabo Maseko, and Sandile Mashang, that trio of friends, Pinekant. But right now, I don't know. I really wouldn't be able to give you an answer. So I'm gonna get into some personal, for the host, I guess. Like, yeah, for the host questions, you know. And one was, what's one thing no one knows about me? And I will say that, no one knows that before this, I actually wanted to, venture into music. I love music. And that's why, I started, like, I mean, Lëbo listens. I love music. And I wanted to, do music, and, just, get my things out there. But I don't know, sometimes I be saying music doesn't love me. So there's that. And, yeah. Next question. Who inspires my style and creative direction? I don't know about style, but I'll start with creative direction. I do know that, a lot of my influence comes from Onan Mateba, Ziwe, and Wendy Williams. Um, a lot of that's, the people that I looked to when I, started this, like and, some people would point out that, but, you kind of not, but I'm just like, I'm also looking for, as much as, I look to them, for like, what to do, what not to do and everything. I'm still trying to find me, I'm still trying to find my own voice. And I don't want to, adopt someone else's voice, I want to, make a part for me. Yeah, basically. Um, oh, my style, who inspires my style? I don't know, hey, I don't know. I just know that, oh my gosh. I did say this one, but I do want to say that with regards to style, I do want to say that the person who made me, want to wear crop tops and everything was Janet Jackson. I just love Janet Jackson's style. Like she has style for days, so that is my style inspiration. Yeah, and then who's my dream guest on Lights On? And once we start, once I start taking on guests, which I hope is soon once people line up, I would I'd really love to have Bonan. Like she's just, royalty. She's SA royalty. She's been the media girl ever since. Like, so I just love to, get her on a seat and just talk to her. Just ask her about so many things. And things she's been through. But I'd also, love to, interview a lot of people. Some young SA icons, some, legends. Some legends that have been in the game, I'd love it to be, a platform where, people can, just, celebrate your successes, but also, get a platform to, get their craft shined on. What am I trying to say? But get their craft out there, if, they're still up and coming. Yes. Now, on to some questions about the show. Um, One was whatever happened to Lëbo Listens. And I am so glad someone noticed, I'm glad, that you noticed that, Lëbo Listens hasn't been, airing. And it is because, Lëbo Listens is still there. It's still there. It's just, like I had something, with regards to now. I was training for something, like a work kind of thingy. Yeah, and so, oh my gosh, this wind is making my life hard. But yeah, I was training for something. And so the schedules, like even lights on, as you can see, lights on has been, not been on a Sunday, like how I normally do things. And that's because, scheduling was, but now that, my schedule is kind of okay now, I can, say that, Label Listens will be back on track, and also hopefully Lights on It will stay on Sundays. I don't know. I don't know if I want to, add more days to Label. I mean, to Lights on It label. I will see. But right now, I'll be coming back. So stay tuned. Um, which episode has been my favorite and why? So I will say that I really, really love episode 3, which is the matcha episode. I just really love how carefree I was in that episode. Not to say I'm not, but I just feel like in that episode, like I just went with the flow, like everything worked, like I wasn't even stressing too much about, especially since it was coming from episode 1 and 2, where, everything was chaotic. It was still chaotic, episode 3 was still chaotic, but it was better. So yeah, so I really love episode 3. So if you haven't watched it, check it out. What's been the most challenging part about running the show? Definitely doing everything. I feel like I said, especially when my schedule decided to, be packed. Now I couldn't do like a lot of things like firstly, episode droppings. Like with Lëbo Listens, at least it's like a pillar. So I will explain more, what I mean by pillar. But whereas Lights on It Lëbo is like a full on roof, that is like the main thing. That is, that's why, like with Lëbo Listens, I can skip. With, Lëbo Tries, I can skip. But with Lights on It Lëbo, I can't skip any episode. Like, yes, I can, maybe push back like an episode or two, like, but I can't skip them. And I feel like it also gets hard when, I'm trying to, plan for something and then something happens. Like, right now I have a problem with, a future episode where I'm trying to get something for it, but, like, it's proving to be difficult. So now I just have to pivot, I have to now look for something else to do to cover that space and whatever. So it's just very hard, and then I have to market, like, I cannot really, yeah, market, because I have to, like, put on social media and everything, and I'm not even like, like that on Twitter and everything else. And then I have to edit, and then I have to, shoot and be here, and like it's just a lot. But I love it. It's a lot, but I love it. Like, it brings me joy. That's one thing I can say. Like, I love shooting. But yes, where can I see Lights on a year from now? I I hope to see Lights on. I just hope that, I get a lot more views, I get a lot more subscribers, and I also would love to see, guests. I'd love to have guests, I'd love to start, having guests. I'd love to, start having collabs, because I've already thought of, how I can collab with this company or that company and whatever, and how I can make myself bigger and whatever. But, I just need opportunity, I'm just trying to, just get my name out there, get people to, tune in, and also get recognized, like I just want, to, yeah, I just want it to be out there. That's my main mission right now. But a year from now, I want it to be bigger, like studio and everything. I mean, maybe, I'm wishing, but, let's wish upon a shooting star, 16 wishes, 23 wishes. And finally, what's the most surprising thing what's the most surprising thing about starting Lights On? And I feel like there have been a few surprising things. I feel like I'm surprised at how I've been able to stay consistent here and there. I'm surprised that, the ideas keep on flowing, as much as, I can't execute them well right now, budget, everything else, no space, no, there's a lot. There's a lot. But I just feel like it's surprising that I'm still able to, like push through, and persevere. And also, it's surprising that, there's people watching me. Like, not that, it's surprising, like, I'm shocked, like, oh, why would people watch me? But I'm just surprised at the love that I'm receiving, because people do, still, hit me up, DM me, and be like, hey, I really love what you're doing, It's just like, hey, you're so cute, and how I love how confident you are. Those are, yeah. So I just love all the support I've been getting and everything. That's just, my heart is full. My heart is full. But yes, now that I'm done with questions, I would love to unveil something to you guys that I was planning to unveil on this episode because, as I said, it's a special episode, episode 14, 14 of September, my birthday, and now we're unveiling that, I will be unveiling my third pillar. So, like I said, I was going to explain. So, Lights on Lëbo is the roof, the main show. And then there's pillars, there's two pillars that you guys know. Lëbo listens and Lëbo tries. And now this is going to be the third pillar, which is Dear Lights On. And Dear Lights On is basically something kind of like this, where, answer questions. But this time it's not questions about me or and the show. It's questions about you guys, about you guys' confessions, your dilemmas, what I will be answering that, or I will be, discussing that if you guys send through questions or dilemmas or confessions or whatever. So I'd please like for you guys to actually humor me and send through your things, I'd love to, have some sippity sip of tea. But yes, that will be the third pillar, Dear Lights On. And I'll just work out when it will drop since Lëbo Listens drops on Wednesday. And Lëbo Tries is like a lights on kind of thingy that's just in there because basically this is like the full show. This is, like I would love to, have like a full show of 1 hour or something where, all these pillars are like incorporated into one full show. But, I don't have the equipment, I don't have the time, I don't have the space on my phone because I shoot with my phone. I need someone to sponsor me with a camera. Anyone, Samsung, whoever, I don't care. Just sponsor me, please. Please help a sister out. But there's just a lot that prohibiting me from, doing. But yes, so I mean, I've ordered a classic tiramisu because I am very fussy when it comes to food and dessert, especially. I don't eat chocolate or nuts or, so. Yes, my palate is limited or whatever other, things you guys, attack me with. But, so anyway, let me taste.
Hey, let me test this. How does it taste? Sweet. So sweet. Wow.
And tell you guys about it. If this one can behave. Okay. Mm. This is why I come to Doppio. Doppio Zero is so amazing. And this is not even, like me tooting their horn because they're playing me or whatever. It's not. I just really, really love this. I love desserts. I love sugar. What can I say? So this is really amazing. And I'll be finishing this off camera because why do you guys have to watch me eat? This is not a vlog. But no shade to anyone who does vlogs or anything. I love vlogs. I watch vlogs. The vlogs that I've been watching actually, now this is like tea time and whatever, but the vlogs that I've been watching is Aura's Aura. I love Aura's Aura, Tanding Zamo. Who else do I watch? I'll just, put down a list of, because now I don't remember. I can't think at the top of my head, yeah. So I'll just, put down like but yeah, those are, the vlogs that I be watching at times. Just tell Aura to post more. That's it, superstars. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you will be subscribing if you are new to this video, to this channel, so that, we can grow and you can grow with us. But, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video if you can. And I will see you guys next Sunday. And you know what? Internally, I know that you guys are singing me happy birthday. If you aren't, why aren't you? Sing me happy birthday, get to it.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Sing it fucking louder. You like it, you like it, you like it, you like it.
But yeah, let me get back to this because this is amazing. It's amazing. This breakfast, it's, what time is it now? I think it's 11. This is breakfast. So, starting, your day off with sugar is a good, not for kids. No, kids, look away.